My name is Preston Nash. Welcome to my first drum instructional video, Stuff Your Drum Teacher Should Have Told You. There's a lot of things that a drummer needs to think about that may not come up in a typical 30 or 60-minute drum lesson setting, that is, if you're even taking lessons. In my years of drumming, from the basement to the stage, from making practice tapes on a boombox to recording albums in state-of-the-art studios, from playing clubs like the Red Lion in Greenwich Village on a Wednesday at 3 a.m. where the audience was, the bartender, to playing in front of tens of thousands of people at Sun Devil Stadium in Arizona. Almost every playing type of situation you could think of, from weddings in New Jersey to the Montreux Jazz Festival in Switzerland, CBGBs to Carnegie Hall. I've learned and experienced a lot, good and bad, about not just playing drums or being a musician, but about life. So I'll be taking my years of experience, combined with a little background in psychology, and sharing thoughts on some of the psychological, philosophical, physiological, and emotional aspects of being a drummer. Because, in case you didn't know it, there's a lot more to playing drums than just playing drums. But we will be doing that too, playing drums. You'll see performance clips of songs I wrote specifically for this project, which I later decided to compile and add some more songs, and release as my first solo album called Stick Figure. I'll be using some things I played in these songs for discussion and demonstration of a variety of drumming concepts, all of which tie into the central theme of Stuff Your Drum Teacher Should Have Told You. Because as a drum teacher, I don't want my students to just learn how to play exercises, I want them to learn how to play music. So I'll be suggesting ideas on how to take some of the things that we learn as drummers, rudiments, exercises from methods books, beats we cop from our favorite songs, and so on, and interpret them in different and creative ways on the drum set. All of the playing demonstrations in this video will be handled not just by me, but also by my scientifically engineered clone back at Central Command. Never use a coupon when buying a scientifically engineered clone. With the exception of one song, the clone and I are going to be demonstrating everything on a simple 4-piece kit with a double kick drum pedal and a few cymbals. If you play drums and have a drum set, at the very least you probably have a 4-piece kit, so even if you don't have a double pedal, you should be able to apply most of these ideas to your own playing. If you do have a larger setup, cool. It'll be easy to extend these ideas to the additional pieces on your bigger kit. Now, normally when I teach a private drum lesson, I individualize my approach for each student based on where he or she is at. As you're watching this video, I have no idea if you've been playing for decades or if you started playing yesterday. So as much as possible, I'm going to try to not alienate anyone or make any assumptions, because what might seem totally obvious to an experienced player might be totally foreign to a newer player. By now, you might have a couple thoughts, like, have I even heard of this clown, Preston Nash? And does the world really need another drum instructional video? And I see your point. The second point. There's a plethora of drum instructional materials out there. Adding another might just be like the 8 zillionth author of a weight loss book. I mean, how many different ways can you talk about losing weight? That should be a pretty simple book with like 4 words: eat less, exercise more. But if you've ever tried to lose weight, you know it's much more complicated than that. And maybe that 8 zillionth author has something to say, or in a different way, that helps you achieve your goals. That's my wish for this video, to help you lose weight. No, my wish for this video is that maybe I have something to say, or in a different way, that helps you achieve some of your musical goals, especially as it relates to drumming. Now, as for this clown, even though I've toured and recorded with some major label and indie label bands such as Dope or Primer 55, Society 1, and others, I know I'm not a household name in the drumming community. But not everyone that sustains a career in music is a celebrity, and I don't think you need to be a celebrity to have something important to say, especially when it relates to making music. Well, speaking of making music, before you think this entire video is nothing but me flapping my big fat pie hole, why don't we go play some drums?